Jean Grey only had sex with me in every position during a full day until I filled her womb and her mouth with my seed and she absorbed it all in her body and she said it's done, I am satisfied. And I asked her what about Scott Summers and she said what about him, it's over and you will be my husband now. And I said okay darling, whatever you say, as I looked at the Famke Janssen look-alike Jean Grey and I said I wonder what my future with you will be like. And then I said let us do this one more time for now. And then she decided to make love to me yet again just to be sure, but she honestly enjoyed having sex with me for obvious reasons. And after a while during the night she fell in love with me while I was holding her tightly in my arms spooning her, and she loved that I was holding her tightly like this and she was having an orgasm and getting aroused and she fell asleep. And then in the morning she woke up to me giving her oral pleasure and then she went cross-eyed and started moaning loudly and she said oh baby yes I love you so much, please don't stop. And then I said I don't intend to. And then she finally came in my mouth and I swallowed her cum and she said oh my god baby yes I love you. And I said good. And then I made love to her again in every sexual position. And then Jean Grey became one of my future wives. And I said I am curious about Rogue also. And Jean Grey asked me so how do you plan on marrying all of us? And then I said well I am going to rewrite the laws to allow polygamous marriage in America. And then she laughed and I said I didn't say anything funny because I have the powers to change anything with a snap of my fingers. And then I changed the marriage laws in America to allow polygamous marriage in the United States. I wrote in laws that it's legal and has been for a long time now. And I said it's done. And she said just like that. And I said yes ma'am, just like that now I can marry whoever I want. And she smiled and said I don't have a problem with it since I know you're all powerful. And I said darling you have no idea but you will soon enough. And she said but I do, I can read your mind and everything thanks to the Phoenix Force. And she said I also know that you love having sex with beautiful women a little too much. And I said yes ma'am I do, but you like that I do don't you? And she said definitely. And then I said I still have to finish high school. And then one day Natasha Romanoff came to recruit me for a mission to help her with her sister Yelena Belova and to help her free the other black widows. And before she could try to convince me to help I interrupted her immediately and I said of course I will help you Nat, I like you a lot. And she said really? And I smiled and said maybe we should go on a date after this because I need to tell you everything about my powers and how I can help you and Yelena out. And she said yes I know you have near god-like powers, I've been meaning to ask you about that. And I said later, but first let's help Yelena Belova. And she said okay. And then we went to help Yelena Belova and her and Natasha Romanoff got into a fight and then she tried to fight me but she couldn't touch me and she tried to corner me but I got out and I dodged her from the corner and she tried to stab me in the balls many times and I said please stop doing that, you are getting on my nerves. And she said that's the point. And I said enough. And then I shoved Yelena Belova to the ground and I took her knife away and I said stop, that's enough, you're starting to piss me off and we are here to help you dummy. And she said I know who you are, you're the Spider-Man. And I said what the hell, why did you attack me? And she said because I wanted to see if the rumors were true, they all said you can dodge any attacks even bullets. And then Yelena Belova started firing her gun at me and I dodged everything and then I grabbed her gun, I dismantled her weapon without breaking it and then I punched and shattered her knife and I said enough, stop trying to kill me please. And then Natasha Romanoff got angry at Yelena Belova and she said you dumbass, we came here to help you with everything. And Yelena said go home Natasha, I don't need your help. And I said yes you do, you can't take down the Red Room on your own but I can help you. And then the storyline began to unfold almost the same as in canon except healed Natasha Romanoff while she sat with me talking about everything. And I said to Natasha Romanoff I have healed you completely. And then I injected her with the Peak Health Serum and the Perfect Golden Century Serum. And then right after I did that I read her mind, she definitely wants to have sex with me now and she wants me to be the father of her children. And I also explained to her about the Golden Century Serum that me and Tony Stark made perfect. And I said you are now one of the strongest super soldiers Natasha Romanoff, so use your powers for good please ma'am. And she smirked and said thank you. And Yelena secretly heard everything I said.